Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Cryptic crossword. Just a few days ago, I was thinking, hasn't it been about 2 months since the last Cryptic? Shouldn't there be a new one published? I should do a video on it, but I didn't get around to it until today, and then I found the next one isn't published until tomorrow. But because of weird, I don't know why they put stuff here that has a publishing date in the future, but here we are. I assume it was actually put up like today or yesterday, so I don't know. I don't want any. Why are you telling me this? AutoCheck has been here for 100 years, and so have I. Oh, anyway, whatever. So let's get started. Reminder for how cryptics work. Um, each clue gives you the answer twice. Once as a kind of obscure definition, and once as some kind of wordplay. And other than that, it's basically like a crossword. You have to figure out there's some invisible divider somewhere in the word, and on one half is the definition, and on the other half is the wordplay. So you can kind of come at the answer from two different directions if you don't know one half. To count from beginning to end. Huh. From beginning to end. Could that be the definition? All of it? The whole thing? A to Z? I don't know. From beginning to end kind of looks like a wordplay hint about like writing. No, it's not. It's not from end to beginning. It wouldn't mean writing backward. I don't know. The beginning to end is the letter E? I don't know. Knock with two aces. It will make everything better. Panacea? Yeah. Wait, is this how you spell panacea? Doesn't it have another A? Is it like one of those AE ligatures here? Anyway, let's just see if this fits the wordplay. That's the nice thing about having the clues given to you twice. If you get something you think is right, you can try to prove it with the other half of the clue. So I see there's an ace here. That's great. Knock with. I see like ace and A, which is kind of an ace in card games, right? Um, so I see two aces. What I don't see is knock. Why does pan mean knock? Ah, if you were to pan something in a review, you would be knocking it, saying it's no good. Okay, I'll take it. Let's look at the downs to cross it. Push on through plane. Persevere means push on. Does that fit? It's the right length. Through plane. Hmm. Persist is too short. I don't quite see how this through plane. Could possibly be the wordplay, though. Hmm. This one's questionable. We'll get back to it. Have to have the French pine product. Needle. A pine product is a needle. The in French is le, and if you have to have le, you need le. So there you go. The French is kind of a giveaway. This is the kind of thing they do all the time. It looks like they're talking about a French pine product, but actually it's the in French. So just knowing a couple of foreign language articles gets you places. They don't expect you to speak the entire language, but common words like that you kind of do. Um, Fickle sort caravan member having hot time. A caboose is kind of a caravan member, but too short, obviously. And I don't know what it has to do with anything else. Fickle sort is like someone who's cavalier? Not really. Capricious? Capricious kind of means fickle, doesn't it? Doesn't fit. All right. Changed what happened at noon? Question mark. I wonder if changed could be an anagram indicator for some synonym of what happened or something like that. I don't know. Let's look at this E. Get rid of time's puzzle at last. Get rid of. Get rid of is evict. Does that make sense? Time's puzzle at last. Oh, maybe we're looking for eject. Let's also get rid of. Neither of them really make sense. Does it? Well, it could be erase is also get rid of in a way. So first let's just check whether this works. I don't think this is very good. Erase? I don't know. Hey. They changed what my buttons do. Again. Okay, that's all we... Play sound on solve? What planet are we on? Fine. I just wanted to double check what this clue was, that's all. Changed what happened at noon. I don't know. All right, let's get over here. One mother and king interrupting each leader. I don't know. I'm going to need more help on that. Determined where a camper may be found. Determined looks like the definition, and like where a camper may be found is probably another definition. A park. What's a word for determined that's somewhere you might find a camper? I don't know. Like the literati, you and I will note newspaper item. Notably, it's two words separated by a hyphen. We don't get that too often. A newspaper item. It could just be an item, by the way. I don't know. Also, like the literati, you might... Oh, well read? That's a thing the literati are that fits into that shape. Can... You and I will note newspaper item. You note a newspaper item by reading it. Okay. Pompous Republican in San Diego upset. So Republican is almost always just the letter R. San Diego is 8 letters long, and if you were to upset it by rearranging its letters, you would have an 8 letter anagram for San Diego, and you could just shove Republican in there, and you would have Republican in San Diego upset. Something meaning pompous. Um, Grandiose. Ah, there you go. 10,500 serve. Well, this has got to be some like Roman numeral nonsense. But they didn't really have a word for 10,000 or a number for 10,000, right? You could write 10 M's in a row, and later, I don't think this notation was really used much by the actual Romans, but later we invented, or I don't know, some later historians invented the concept of putting a bar over a number to mean multiply this by 1,000. But I don't think the Romans actually used that notation very much. If they had the concept of multiplying stuff by 1,000, they wouldn't have needed Roman numerals. um, they could have just used like Arabic numerals, which are way easier to have like place value. Anyway, so what else could 10,000 mean? I mean, it could be 10K. But then there's that 500. So like 500. Okay, yeah, that's letter D in Roman numerals, right? Which is nice. Could end with N, a D. I don't know. Serve could mean lead. Like in principle, a politician is supposed to serve the state by leading it. Amended? I don't know what that has to do. Oh, yeah, it is amended. Look at that. That's cute. So that means changed, of course. And you know what happened at noon? AM ended. Oof. Oof, 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 right? Okay, so erase is the only one that's looking good here. Era. Ah, it is erased. Now I see why. So to get rid of something is to erase it. That's clear enough. A time is an era. So times must be eras, and puzzle at last is the end of the word puzzle, the letter E. Okay. Fickle sort. Still don't really know what's going on here. Or here. The D makes sense because it's 500, but I don't know how we're meant to write 10,000. You could write it as 10K, 10K, which you could do this, but yoke does not mean serve. So, oh, is it vend? Vend means serve. What? How does this mean 10,000? Oh, what about tend? Tend can also mean serve, like in a way, bartend or to tend to, a customer. And there's a 10 in here. The wordplay on this is sort of questionable, but I think this is the best guess I have. Brought in housekeeper, we hear. Made. If you brought in, some money, you made that money. And if you were to mishear someone saying maid, meaning housekeeper, you might think they were saying maid. So if we hear someone say maid, they might have actually said maid. Independent European country imports fish. So probably independent is the definition. And a European country, I don't know which one it is, but there will be some European country, and it will have in the middle of it fish or some other word for fish. And that'll get us something meaning independent. I don't know. We'll look at that later. Office temp, doctor, open one legal document. Okay, so doctor often means to rearrange the letters, as in like if you doctored a document or doctor the books or whatever. A photo, that's what you would doctor. You can doctor a word by rearranging its letters. But I don't see anything here that would be easy to. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. This is a little bit of a tricky one. I was trying to think of like how open could be rearranged into something that means like a legal document, or how you could add something to open. And it turns out that a legal document is a subpoena. And then I was like, how do you make this work? Well, an office temp could be a sub. If you were to doctor the word open, you could spell it oen. And then one here is If you had one of something, you had a something. So there you go, a subpoena, a legal document. First of all, poets done. Embracing author. Dunno. Union torn apart by hatred. Primarily. Union torn apart maybe could be an anagram of union? But then the definition would be by hatred primarily, which I don't really see any. I mean, also, there's no ways to rearrange union to be a different word, so I don't know. Let's look at the downs in this area. Maybe this one we have a lot of. Megastar Arkin. Eating fresh bread. I don't know who Arkin is. Eating fresh bread. Ard. I don't know. Really excited about southern kind of temple. Masonic is a kind of temple. Yeah, that's looking good. Let's go back and prove it though. Yes, really. If you are really excited about something, you are manic. Um, hmm. If you are really excited, you are manic, and that whole thing could be about Southern SO, I guess. Like SoCal is Southern California, sure. It's being written about, i.e., around Southern. Oh, we already looked at this. Oh, look at this. There is a U, though. I still don't really think it's an anagram of union. There just aren't any good ones. Person 8, pickled tongue. Pickled could be an anagram indicator, because, and person 8 is 9 letters. We could get something that means tongue. It's a little tough to do that anagram when I don't know what it's supposed to mean. Sport. Strap? Parts? Traps? What about tongue meaning language? I don't know. Hopefully we'll have some crosses and get back to this. Ran backwards. Wearing heels. Don't believe them. Don't believe them is probably the definition. You could write something like cheaters here, except it's too long. Something you shouldn't believe. Ran backwards. So that could just be NAR. Wearing heels. So some kind of heels could go around NAR. Con arts? Con artists? Hmm. Connors? Is that any good? Ran? I don't even see ran backwards, though, in this. Is the problem. Nor do I see any heels. It's going to be something like involving con, I feel like. I don't know. Take over for Agent Spike. Huh. Relieve? That means take over for. Does the wordplay make any sense? I don't see it. I don't see any agents or any spikes in here. Yeah, I think this must be wrong. I'll put this down. Extra, but not empty. Box. Yes, spar. Finally I got a word. It's been a while. Get it? Spar? Extra would be spare. But if you took out the E for empty, you would be left with spar, which means to box, or can mean to box. That's one way to spar with someone. Layla Singer not performing Drake's music is nonsense. I don't know any. Well, okay, rap must be in there somewhere. I know Drake is a rapper. I don't know who Layla is, and I don't know anything more about Drake's music. But I know there should be a rap in here somewhere. And probably nonsense is the definition. I don't know. Maybe Layla Singer could be the definition as well. But then how would not performing? I don't know. Finishing all but the first sausage on a pizza. How rude. Well, it should have been ing, probably. Finishing all but the first. Would be inishing, but obviously that's not a good definition, nor does it fit. All but the first. Oh, topping, of course. That's on a pizza. Let's just prove that it's right now. Finishing all but the first would be stopping. So stopping is finishing. Take out the beginning, you're left with topping. And sausage on a pizza is a topping. Okay. Still not sure what this 2 count from beginning to end is about. Wichita City limits understood. Tacit means understood. Is there any way that that could be Wichita City limits? Known? I'm just noticing this when I thought of putting a T here for tacit, and that made me think of total. Totaled, totally. Those are words that kind of mean from beginning to end, right? And they it's related to counting. But it starts with two. Two to two total. To sum up. Also, to sum up is illegal because it's a single word here, but something worth thinking about. One mother. It's looking kind of like a parent, maybe. Mm. Understood. Tacit. Oh, well, city limits. We have CIT for sit. Ah, there we go. I never know what the right indicators for this kind of clue are. But Wichita City, the phrase, kind of limits, i.e., surrounds, tacit. Oops, I've highlighted it wrong. Tacit. There we go. That's how you can show this should be tacit. That's takik, not a word. Ah, of course. Someone who's determined not to do something is intent, and a camper may be found intent as well. Okay. French publication features a drink. Well, Le Monde. Yes, yes. Lemonade is a drink, which is a French publication, Le Monde, featuring a. It's looking like totally. Why is it totally? To count. Total. Beginning to end. I mean. To count is to tally. I got so focused on seeing total, but indeed total. To tally is another way to break up that word. I see. Pack something? Pacemaker? A leader is a pacemaker. We're used to thinking of it as like the heart thing, but yeah, before that, it was someone who was setting the pace. So could that fit with the wordplay? One mother and king interrupting each. Well, per is each. And then we just have to make ace mac to be one mother and king. Ace is a 1, ma is mother, and king is k. All right, I'll take it. Beastly Tibetans won't shut up. Yaks. Someone who won't shut up yaks, and yaks are Tibetan beasts. I was worried this was Yeti at first, but it's not. Fickle sort. Caravan member having hot time. Still don't know what's happening here, which is kind of bad. So I'm only getting one more letter for help. It's not like an American crossword where every letter is checked. Clap, crap. I don't know. Still don't really know what's up here. Bad people finish filling presents or presents. Don't know what to do with that or that. Place for a stud, nobleman with UK award. Well, a place for a stud would be a wall, right? Or a beam or something. A stud is a beam, right? There's other places you could put a stud, of course, like a stable. But nobleman with UK award. I don't know. Wins a women's boxing match within the rules. I don't know what they're getting at all here. Wins, within the rules could be fairly or legally. Wins a women's boxing match, we could be looking for KOs or TKOs or something like that. But it's hard to fit that within something. Ah, kosher. Yes, of course. If you win a women's boxing match, you KO her. Oops, not kosher. Something kosher is within the rules. All right, that's helpful. How about this N? Good, it's not an anagram of union. What is it? Primarily. Still no real hints here. Some assassin in Japan. Oh, you don't get to see exclamation points very often. I believe this is supposed to mean that the whole clue is both the wordplay and the definition, which makes me think ninja, right? Just an assassin in Japan. But what does this have to do with, like, what's the wordplay? And I don't see that at all, is the problem. I see JA for Japan, kind of. Oh, I also see in JA. So how could N be some assassin? Just like the letter N from assassin, some of the word assassin? Maybe. I think I'm definitely. I think I'm missing something about that clue, but at least it's a plausible explanation for what's happening. We didn't get any crosses for this one, sadly. Poets done embracing author. Just don't know. Okay, now we have enough to we have a couple crosses for this anagram that I couldn't figure out. So let's just open a text editor here for a minute and play around. Oh, it always takes so long to load. So we have person 8, and that's fit 9 letters. We have P N blank, which means what we have left is ERSOATE, and it's supposed to mean tongue. Tap, top, rap, rop, tongue. What if it ended with ER? We would then have so8 left, and it would be P and er like that. Top asener, topasener. Okay, that doesn't seem so great. What other ending could make sense? NET and AT. Okay, let's try NAT. So, oops, we would have that left. That just seems pretty horrible, doesn't it? Yeah. Sap. What if we included sapor at the beginning of the word? That means something. It means like oh, I don't even really know what the word means. It's like a sensation, kind of. Like your perception of a sensation or something. So if we started with sapor, it would look like that, and we would have what left? Both E's and a T. Oh, that's pretty horrible. Saporinet. Uh, what if it started REP? Rep. And we would have so8 left. Rep. It looks like it should be resonate, doesn't it? It has so many of the letters for resonate, but that P is in. The letters are all in the wrong place. What was the clue originally given to us, by the way? Person 8. Yeah. Oh, it's right at the top of the screen. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, Well, we could try SEP. It would be nice to use up one of the E's, I think. And then we would have row 8 left. Sepra. Did we already try any NET? We did. Okay, if we started with RAP, we would have sweet. We don't have a C, do we? No. What if it ended NSE? We still have the same row 8 left. Tongue. Ropatence. Ropatence. Rapetons. Arpetons. Or patents. Ugh, this is killing me because like I don't know what else I don't know what else I can work on. I guess we do have a couple crosses for this. Take over for Agent Spike. But I don't know what to do with this either. It looks pretty bad. Did we look at this already? Oh yeah, that was the one we were just doing. Take over for. If you succeed someone, you take over for them. Agent Spike. I mean, there aren't a lot of uses for Spike. Like Spike Lee could happen, but I don't see how you could fit that in here. Ran. Backward wearing heels. Ran backward wearing heels. Union. Primarily. I don't know what's going on here. Filling. Finish filling. Bad people. Bad people are villains. But we can't fit that in here anywhere. Fickle sort, gosh. Or just fickle. Caravan member. What is a caravan member? A camel? Maybe. But a caravan could be a lot of things. It doesn't have to have camels in it. That's for sure. Having a hot time. What is that about? I mean, H and T mean hot and time. But how do you put that into, a caravan member? I don't know. A trader might be a caravan member. Cla... Cla... Coa... Coal... Cha... First of all, poet's done embracing author. Author. So to author something, you write it, you pen it, you're the owner. Like, what is poet's done, right? Poet's done could be fin. Like, but I don't know, do they really say that? First of all, well, something poet's done, I guess, might be o'er. Something that's done is o'er, O-E-R. And maybe that could embrace author. We could get something that means first of all. But I don't see how. Opener? Oh, okay, yeah. I like that actually. The opener comes first of all. To author something, you pen it, and that is embraced by o'er. So now I have a letter in a couple of these words. And a P is very promising because we know we want rap in here somewhere. Doesn't have to be here, of course. There could be another P here. You could put prap, for example, but that's not a very likely syllable. Is nonsense. Crapping? Performing Drake's music is rapping, right? I'm just like, maybe I can write all that in. Oops. And then is nonsense. Is there any letter you can put here where that makes sense? They wouldn't write crapping in the Times. Grapping doesn't mean anything. Prapping? I don't think so. Trapping. Trapping is a word. Rapping? Like with a W? I don't know what that has to do with nonsense though. I think this is a T or a W if we have wrapping here. I'm not sure we do, but I don't know where else to go. Take over for. Re something. Regent? No. I mean, we have an I here, which we know is wrong. Okay, so that's sort of a problem, isn't it? Wrap. Ugh. There are just so many kinds of fish. And European countries. And we don't even know the R is right. Con arts? Probably not, but let's see. Like, we have ran backwards, but wearing heels, we just have COTS, which makes no sense. I mean, now that we have ran back, we know where the R is. So ran backward looks like nar here. Canaries. Wearing heels. I don't know. I mean, this is the best idea I have is con. Doesn't look good. Fresh bread. Ah, fresh could be an anagram indicator saying rearrange the letters in bread. And we have BB. Like, is Alan a megastar? Alan Arkin, is that a person? I don't think it is. How many letters should it be? It should be 4, right? Because we have bread and we have this megastar person. Or this Arkin person, and the definition is megastar. That's what's bugging me, is like we have a definition here that's megastar. And I don't know what the answer is. Like, I should be able to come up with a word meaning megastar that has this many letters given to me. And Ald. Yeah, this can't be made spelled the other way. Just checking. Well, okay, suppose it were Alan. We have R, E, and A left. This is just horrible. It could also be Alan like this. The problem is like Alan has two A's and Bread has one A. And you have to fit three A's into this word, which is not very likely. Aldebaran? Yeah, I don't think so. This N could be wrong, of course. May very well be. Fresh. So this is an E or an A. We're quite confident of that. Megastar. Could it be talking about an actual astronomical phenomenon of some kind and not a celebrity? I can't think of any stars that look like this, or even a name for like a generic phenomenon like a supernova. Oh wait, Aldebaran? Is that a thing? It's Alan. It's got bread in the middle, and I just suddenly had this thought that it's a giant star. Let me look that up. Aldebaran. It's a star. The brightest star in the constellation Taurus. Oh, I'm so. Is this North? Oh, the Union was the North in the Civil War. A Union torn apart, but like where is primarily where? Uh, I don't quite see what this has to do with the wordplay. Huh? Not sure. Well, confirming the N here is nice, I guess. Con arts. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You don't say that. And it doesn't have heels. Does it? Cots just doesn't mean heels in any way I can think of. Independent European country. Who's this caravan guy? A wagon could be a caravan member. I just don't know, guys. I think this is where we're gonna have to give up and start asking for help. Got pretty far. This is not an R. Everything else was right. Not a big surprise. In a cryptic, you don't get a lot of wrong answers. And this one was a guess. It's interesting that the A was right. when it isn't part of rap. I don't know. Give me this letter for that anagram, maybe. P. Okay, so yeah, like that. And we have left SO8. I guess I can copy this to make sure I get it right. I mean, these both have to be vowels, right? It's really hard to make either of them a consonant. Taperance? We don't even have the C for ence. And an SE, like that's possible. Taperance. Teparance. I don't get it. Did this help me with the down? Like, I don't think so. We could put rap in here, maybe, I guess. Replace. If you take over someone, you replace them, I guess. What does it have to do with Agent Spike? Don't know. Let's just check if that's right. It is. Not performing Drake's music. Well, claptrap, I guess, is nonsense. So what does this have to do with not performing? Layla Singer? I don't know who that is. But I also don't see not performing, not rapping in here anywhere. All right, who's Layla Singer? Layla, who originally? Eric Clapton. I see. So clapped. Oof, that hurts. Not performing. So we have Clapton, but not performing. And someone who's performing would be on. You take the on out of Clapton, you get clapped. And then Drake's music is rap. That's tough if you don't know who the hell sung Layla. And I certainly don't. I don't even know what that song sounds like. So there. I'm young and uncultured, but also unbearably old. Place for a stud. I don't know. I need more help. Give me this one. Or here maybe would be more interesting. Okay, come on. This E has got to be enough. this is our new template. And we have this. And it's supposed to mean tongue? Well, the next letter after that E can't be an O. Can't really be a T. I don't think it can be an E, so it's an A or an S. The S makes the most obvious sense. EA. EAP? Pretty bad. ES seems the most natural, so... S... S-bar... S-bar... What the hell? Okay, let's erase all the stuff above this. I don't get confused by what I've tried. Esport. Nay? um... We only have one consonant left. And it kind of has to go in the bottom, in the back half of the word, right? Because NEA, NOE, these are all pretty bad, right? So an NT blank would be unlikely. Esperanto is a tongue. Oh, okay. That's a tough one. Nobody speaks Esperanto. It's a failed tongue. That's tough. Bad people could be somethingers. But I don't know what more specifically than that. I wondered if we might be putting the letters UK into the middle of a word here, but it looks like we're not doing that. UK award. I don't know many UK awards. Place for a stud. So probably like a nobleman with a UK award is like, oh, sir something, right? Yeah, that makes sense. But I can't think of any knights who fit here. I'm sure I'll know it when I see it. Let's check what I have so far. No. Okay. All right, give me this letter. Where's the fish in here? I don't know. I still don't know what's going on in this. Crave, crepe. Give me this one. L? Okay, learn might be a suffix. But I still don't get it. Okay, give me another. Chapelman? No, that can't be. That's not a thing. And it's LE blank N anyway, so I couldn't put ME here. MA. What? I suspect this will be an R, but I don't know what's going on. Chameleon is a fickle sort. Okay, how is this a caravan member having hot time? Caravan. Hot time. I see hot is here. Oh God. Okay. So I was taking it to I wasn't breaking it down enough. I was right. A caravan member is a camel, and it's having hot H. And then at the end is eon. So it's not having hot and time. It's just having hot, and then later you write a word meaning time. I see. I don't know. Give me this as well. Lance. Euro. No. Earl. Earl is pretty good. That's a nobleman. Earlobe is a place for a stud. Okay, so Earl and an OBE, the Order of British Excellence. I see. LANCE kind of fits here. Freelance? Yeah, it's only freelance is independent. Okay, so how is this a European country importing fish? Eel is a fish and France is a country. Okay. Offenders are bad people. And finish is end. And it fills presents, which is offers. Yep. All right, it's con arts. Nope. Like that's definitely an A, and I still don't know where to go. You can't say canaries, right? No, I don't think so. And also, it makes no sense. So what's this? Can, can, hello? Canards. That's a word I've seen, but I don't know what it means. And a heel is a cad. Okay, sure. I get the wordplay. What is a canard? An unfounded rumor or story. Interesting. I would have guessed it was a kind of person. Oh, you fell for that old canard, eh? Okay. Well, reasonably successful. We ended up needing a lot of letters, but it was for a fairly small number of clues that I just didn't see where they were going at all. And they were pretty tough, I feel like, the ones that I missed. I'm happy to have gotten the ones I got. Hope you guys are happy to have watched. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.